Here we go. Well, I am super delighted to, on a Sunday morning, Saturday evening, to have this call, this bonus call today with you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's hope the internet's going to work for us today. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, you froze there for a minute. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And tell me, how do I should have asked this before we went live, how to pronounce your surname correctly?
Oh, Henczel. So like
Henczel.
pencil,
Right.
Henczel.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the C is
Cool.
silent,
Right.
sort of.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I actually discovered you a little while ago at the Potapalooza event, which is an amazing event for people who want to do a podcast or be on podcasts, learn about podcasting. It's so incredible. And you really shone through as one of the shining lights of the podcasting world and have been kind of connected with you since and impressed by everything you do. So super excited to have this chat with you. I love to kick off, Jennifer, with the question, how do you feel we can co-create our best possible future?
Oh, that's such a great question. I mean, in 2012, I was able to take the leap and turn my part-time side gig into my full-time income. And so I believe that we need to have a collaborative mindset and have a different approach to influence and community, because I was in the hustle mode. I was in hustle, 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 burn yourself out, work so hard. That didn't work. That didn't work. I wasn't happy. I wasn't a good employee because I didn't want to be there. I didn't enjoy it. And when I was finally able to break through, I really took a look at the aspects that were involved. And so now I help others with what I call the influence formula, that involves creating more flow, focus, and having a framework that can help you to experience that freedom.
I love it. So tell us all about this. Tell us, let's go deep now.
Yeah. Well, what happened with me is I was at my 9 to 5. And like I said, I had a side gig, and I had the worst phone call that anyone could ever have. And it was my husband's boss. And he said, you need to come to the hospital right away because your husband's been in a very bad accident. And all the way to the hospital, I thought to myself, I'm not going to lose my best friend today, And when I got there, I didn't even recognize him at first because his chest was all crushed in and he had been crushed by 12,000 pounds of wood. And so, he survived. Thankfully, he survived. But, it was a long road of recovery, and he was left with multiple injuries. And, the whole thing really blew up our lives, but it also kind of ignited a spark in me. And I had had enough of not living the way I wanted to and the way that I wanted to live my passion. And so, have you ever heard that quote by Maya Angelou? You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide what to reduce them to or not to be reduced by them. Right?
Beautiful.
And so one of the things during my husband's long recovery that really impacted me was the communities he was involved in really rallied around him and showed up. See, he was a football coach, a volunteer football coach in our community, and a football announcer. And coaches and players would come around and say, we're here for you, Coach Paul. And that really touched my heart. And it really revealed to me, I really took a look and I noticed that I had really isolated myself and I had really become stuck. I had become stuck in my career, stuck in my job, and all of those kinds of things. And so, I realized that I really needed to become unstuck. And to do that, I really felt at the time I needed to experience that kind of camaraderie and community that he had experienced, with other people in the entrepreneur world. And so I had invited some other business owners to join me for lunch one day. And to my surprise, 50 business owners showed up. I had just kind of thrown it out there and 50 business owners showed up. And, it really showed me that there's other people out there that wanted to connect. And it really opened my mind to a whole new way of thinking about community and connection. And, that for one thing that I learned is, you need to show up if you want to be helped. You need to show up yourself. You can't just build something or create something and expect people to come. You need to build your own community around you. It's not going to build itself, right? And then, so I went on and that one meeting turned into a group, and that group turned into a network. And I had multiple chapters all throughout my region in different cities. And I really learned what it was all about to build a community. And I ended up running that particular network for over 6 years and conducted over 500 events, planned and promoted over 500 events, and of all sizes, large and small. And I actually was able to use my platform. So I actually created a platform and learned what it was to have influence, grow influence, and be influential. And, so I really tackled my mindset around influence and around community. And I was actually able to use my platform to help my husband go from an injured mill worker to an international speaker. And so that was exciting. And he's even done a TED Talk about our story, and he's written a book about our story.
Wow.
And so it's called Crushed Alive. And so, so that's what really, really helped me to expand. And now I did sell that network, and I've, had several other communities that I've built. I have the Women in Podcasting Network and Elevating You Club. And so that's what I call my ascension story. And so the reason I'm telling you about that is what I've noticed is certain attributes in influencers and people that have been able to break through, and it's about overcoming some of the myths we have about influence. And so some of the myths, you know these, Deb, I know you know these, is that, it's about being fake or followers, right? Or those kinds of myths that we need to tackle. And really, for me, influence, first and foremost, is being a community builder.
I love that. And I'm really hoping our internet is working, but please continue, because this is awesome stuff, Jennifer. Really valuable how you've broken it all down. And it's almost like basically anyone can be an influencer when you show up and really care about other people and build that community around you. It's not the influencer as in the kind of social media influencer that we're talking about here.
Yeah, like a thought leader, a community leader, a community builder. That's what it means to me. And that's what we're using influence as right now. And so I have something called the influence formula. And so if you can imagine an infinity loop, and then on the left side, or on one side, you've got your passion and your purpose. So what really fires you up? And you really need to know what that is. And I know we've all talked about, you need to know what your passion, you need to know what your purpose is, but you really need to be your passion, because if you want to attract that energy of having the opportunities that are going to support what you really want to do, what you really believe your purpose is, you need to start feeling it. So when I did that community group, I walked out of my house that morning and I had told my husband, I'm going to give myself a shot, because I had all the skills and knowledge that I was using for other companies, but I hadn't been using it for myself. I hadn't taken that side gig full time because I wasn't giving it my full-time effort and skills and my full-time, energy. And so if you're not going to give it your full-time energy, you're not going to get a full-time return. It's all about the energy you have around that. You need to actually live it and be it. So I actually gave myself 30 days. I said to my husband, I'm going to give myself 30 days. I'm just going to bet on myself. So if anybody's listening to this, if you're not feeling it connect, if you're not feeling it's happening for you, have you been giving it full time? Like just take a break from all the other shiny objects, from all the other obligations. And for 30 days, just pursue and feel it in your body of living your purpose. Allow yourself to live your purpose and your passion, and you are going to see huge results in your business. I actually did it in 30 days. I was able to create a full-time income, and I have never worked for anyone since 2012 when I did that.
That's so good. Congratulations. It's really awesome as well to know that it is that full commitment of being the energy of your passion and your purpose. And that is so magnetic and attractive and fun.
Yeah.
And more likely to be hugely successful as well. I love that.
It feels better in your body to be operating in your passion. And so on the other side of the infinity loop is, how are you going to take your passion and serve the world? And so who is your audience? Not just knowing your audience, but who are you going to connect with, right? Because if you're going to feel that competitive feeling, then you're not going to attract the right people. So what I do is I spend all of my time connecting, only looking for people that I can energetically connect with and collaborate with. Like that's how you and I met, right? We've connected in these different events and things like that. And we were drawn to each other to collaborate. And it was it felt easy to connect with you. And you and Gabby are so awesome to work with. And so, when you feel that energy, then that's what's going to make a difference in how your business grows. When you're doing things that you feel good about, that feel right inside you. And so when you've got those two sides of the infinity loop balanced, so you're serving the world, but you're also feeling that passion within you, then you're going to feel an alignment. So imagine a dotted line being drawn down the middle of that infinity loop. That's your alignment. Is everything aligned? Because if you're not really doing well in your business, take a look. Are both of those balanced? Do you know your audience really well? And are you connecting with the right people? And then are you living your passion and purpose that in a way that really feels good in your body, in your mind, and that you're attracting that proper energy? And then those things, when you have that alignment, that's when you can create the products, the programs, the systems, and generate the profit that you're looking for.
I love this. I'm so aligned with this. And I wasn't expecting you to say this. This is really cool. It's now no surprise, of course, because we have connected. But, excellent. I love it. Yeah. There's so much wisdom in that, even though it's very simple.
Yeah. So I've noticed that a lot of people that are community leaders, they have an ascension story. They've connected and surrounded themselves with people that support their mission, and that, people that have missions that they can support, likewise, mutual support and collaboration, and then systems that support those efforts. And so that's what I help people with is monetize their message using systems and frameworks that are going to support what they're trying to do in the mission and that they're trying to get into the world and help the world, serve the world with their passion.
And what would be an example of a way you help someone monetize?
Yeah,
Like
so I have some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have different levels where I support people at different levels. So I have memberships starting at only $7 a month, where I give people access to all the tools, templates, and trainings that I offer. And then I have a $27 a month package where I help people I actually give them the templates. So I save them a lot of time, where they can have all of the tools I use where I've created a successful coaching program. I give them access so that they can brand them themselves and then use them within their coaching service. So some people are really, really good at creating beautiful programs or things like that, but they don't know how to market it. They don't know how to get it out there. And so we navigate all the options and tools together. And I really help them to, get through the maze, get around the maze, fill in the gaps, and, take a leap over some of the barriers that have been standing in their way. And I just show them the different strategies that I've used that have worked for me. Some of them are proprietary, and some of them, I've learned from other experts along the way. And then I give them the tools and templates and trainings to actually make those leaps.
Cool. And then is there another, like you've got 7, 27, what's the next level?
Yeah. And then I have a really large mega membership that I've collaborated with my sister, actually, because she specializes in the magnetizing end of things. So she has a huge content club where she creates posts that her clients, her members can use every day. So every day of the year, she has some posts that they can choose from and post, because content's really important to grow a community. You need to be continually showing them content that represents who you are and who they are, and to help them to move to the next level. And so she provides a content club. And so we've combined our memberships. And so you can get into all 3 memberships at a much lower price through that mega membership. So that's actually the best deal to connect with us. And then I also have a 1-to-1 service, which is called the 4-month method. And it's a 10K program that people can work one-on-one with me. It's very intense. So people have got to be ready to really, really give it 100%. And then I can help them, within that 4 months to break through.
Awesome. And who are the type of people you would love to have reach out to you and connect to come play with you?
Well, I do have the Women on Podcasting Network. And so that's for anybody who is an expert guest or a podcaster who wants to, really take it to the next level and connect with other podcasters, get on more shows if they want to be a guest. A lot of my members are both podcasters and guests. And so it helps them get more guest gigs. We have a lot of tools to help them with their podcasting and guesting. And then I've got the Elevating You Club, which in there is all the tools to help you monetize. So to help you build the coaching packages, to help you build courses and things like that. Yeah. And then, and then the mega membership is really the best deal, where you get everything that you need to grow and move to the next level.
Yeah, cool. And so tell me more about the podcasting journey that you've been on, and monetizing podcasting and things like that.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So when I started the group, I really just wanted to connect with other women podcasters. And that was my whole journey. And a lot of other women podcasters, similar to the other network I made, people wanted to connect. And so our group is specifically for podcasters to connect with other podcasters and guest experts. And it's really about connection. And we offer tools for startup. So people who are wanting to start a podcast, we have tools for that. People who are wanting to grow and monetize their podcast, we help them in every way. So I don't go some of the traditional routes of sponsorship and things like that. I talk more about helping people create one-to-many solutions. So courses, memberships, monetizing those ways instead of through sponsorships and things like that, that's a great, if celebrities who already have millions of followers, they can easily get sponsors, but you have to have really high numbers. And that's hard for people who are just personally branding to get those high numbers right out of the gate. So it would take it would be a much longer journey, but you can create a membership with 10 people, 20 people, right? You don't need so the methods I use, you don't need a huge podcasting audience to have, use some of the methods I use for monetizing.
Love that. Excellent. And so what would you say if someone's watching right now, and a practical tip that you would recommend that they need to start today and could move them forward?
Yeah, well, one of the things that's been at the core of all my businesses for a very long time is email marketing. And so to build your community, to grow your influence or anything like that, you need to have a professional email marketing system in place. It's just absolutely essential. I probably use about 100 different tools a month, but it is the number one tool that everybody needs.
That's so interesting, because we tried not to use email and we've realized we have to. So we've only just sort of really getting our email game going. Do you have any tips for how to do email well?
Yeah, so just so you know, it's a big area of resistance. Every client I've ever worked with, in some of our first sessions, they'll be like, no, I don't want to do email. And so when I show them how you can align it with your message and how it actually helps you to build relationships, it's not the cold interface that people associate with it. And I show them how they can use it in a way that aligns with them, and where they can actually build their community, build relationships, actually build deeper connections with their community using email marketing. And so the place to start is I like to use Constant Contact. And so that's what I use to build my communities. It's one of the lower priced ones. Some of the comparable ones are, let's say $350, $650 a month. You can start with Constant Contact for only $20 a month. So it's not much of an investment. And so what I highly recommend is to join a service, whichever one resonates with you, and then take some time to actually schedule some time in to learn how to use the setup, and then meet with someone like myself or someone who knows about it, who can help them with the strategy of how to reach their audience, who their audience is, and then how to communicate with them in a way that's going to, make it work and draw more people.
I love that. That's so good. Have you got one hot tip for what we need to think about regarding strategy, in terms of how to even start to think about that?
Yeah, so I love lead magnets. And so lead magnets are where you provide something, a guide, a checklist, or some kind of thing that you want to give away. And sometimes we give a copy of my husband's book, right? A digital copy. I have books as well. I've also published books. And so, we'll give a copy of the book or whatever you want to give, a guide. And then people will join your email list to get the guide, and you send, pardon me, you send it to them through email, or in Constant Contact, you can automatically direct people to download the lead magnet, and then they'll download it, but then they're on your list and you can email them and keep up a relationship with them and let them know of new offers, let them know what you're up to, and talk with them, ask your audience things, and then you can send links to your socials so that they'll join your groups and you can really connect with them on a deeper level.
I love it. Thank you. Very wise words. Uh, I just adore you, Jennifer. It's so cool to connect. And we have the beautiful collaboration that you initiated and invited me to, which is your summer swag giveaway. Do you want to have a quick chat about that? Because it's still
Yes.
available. People can download 28 gifts from 28 experts.
Yes, 28 experts. So those are all what we call lead magnets, right? And it's all things that these people have created, and they're all put in one place so that you can access all these cool things all within, a short amount of time. You can download all of them. And it all has the theme of magnetizing your message. And so this can really help you grow your visibility, grow your reach, grow your community. And all those tools are just right there. We have so many amazing, like yourself, you guys are in the giveaway and have an amazing gift for people. So these are all gifts that all these experts who are experts in magnetizing and monetizing your message, they provided these gifts, and you can get them all in one page.
Yeah, there's some really good gifts in there. Do you want to mention the ones that you've put in, Jennifer?
Sure. Yeah. So I have one called the Magnetize and Monetize Masterclass. And so people can watch that. They can just opt in and watch that for free. And I talk about all my methods in detail on how to magnetize your ideal audience and then monetize your message and turn it into a movement and a community. And then I also have one that's 25 AI prompts, because I am loving AI. And so I have learned really quickly the type of language and prompts you need to put in there to really get the results. And so I'm giving that away. And then I also have 50 questions on how to create your avatar, because it's really important, like in that infinity loop, to know who your ideal client is and how you're going to be serving the world with your passion. And so that's what that is about.
Lovely. And we created a new gift called Alice in Blunderland, which is the concept of stop, for coaches particularly, stop falling down rabbit holes and actually find their way to true business success and their wonderland. So that's a bit of fun, a different take on it.
It's
But yeah,
great.
there's another ton of amazing experts in there with really good gifts. Thank you. I will definitely put that link in so everyone can download that, um, and be part of that, because that's still got a couple of days left. It's only this week that you can get that. And is there? And I've got your links in there, Jennifer. Is there anything else you wanted to say about getting in touch with you?
Yeah, people can find me at elevating.biz. And if you click on gifts, you can get all my free gifts in the website there if you click on gifts. So elevating.biz. And then I also just want to say that I have just so thoroughly enjoyed collaborating with you and Gabby, and you guys are just knocking it out of the park in everything you're doing. And so thank you so much for connecting and inviting me on.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. It's really cool to be playing with you and getting to know you more. And it's awesome what you're teaching, and I love the you make it very accessible and very like anyone that has the passion that really wants to do this can do it, rather than feeling like it's overwhelming and complicated and all of that. You kind of bring a really beautiful energy to it to make it very achievable, which I love. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah. So, to all, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, download the giveaway. If you happen to be watching this after the giveaway is over, there's all those gifts on Jennifer's site, and you can reach out to me for extra gifts as well because we love giving gifts. Any final thoughts you want to leave us with, Jennifer?
Well, it's such a delight to connect with people. And so I just invite anyone who wants to connect, reach out. I'm very accessible. I actually respond to my own messages. I don't have an assistant responding because that to me, I outsource other stuff so that I can spend my time connecting. Because for me, energetically, I think that's the most important thing we can be doing as humans is connecting with each other in a genuine way that really aligns and resonates with us. And so reach out.
Yay. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right. Well, until next time, keep on loving. Thanks. Bye.